personally, what do you feel is the greatest contribution you made to making people aware of the contemplative dimension of the gospel?
Perhaps the necessity in the beginning of our spiritual life to meditate every day, sufficient to balance the activities of our day. If you don't do that, the activities, however well motivated, over time will likely wear you out, exhaust you, or you will suffer from burnout, and then you get discouraged. And then you say, this is more than I can do. God is never asking us to do more than we can do. To stretch is one thing, but to value or believe in the things that we can do when we really don't have the inner resources to sustain them is just a lack of experience. And so by daily practice, we further the values of the gospel and the contemplative dimension of life in such a way that we perceive our exaggerations and are constantly renewing our basic motivation and intentionality. And given that we live 24 hours a day, take away 7 or 8 for sleep, all right? But during that whole time, if we're living in the world in an active neighborhood, we're being pounded by values that are not those of human nature, or especially of the gospel, and which obliterate the memories we've had of God's special graces and the value of silence. Or we can give lip service to those things, while in fact the more activized we get or exteriorized, the less easy it is to return to silence. We think, oh, well, maybe tomorrow, or when I make my yearly retreat, whereas the time for conversion and responding to God is always now, the present moment. So to have a stable habit of sitting no matter what happens, kneeling if you want to, or lying down, the position doesn't matter, but some positions may be more conducive than others. But the essence is to do the opening to the presence of God in silence. Okay, then whatever other practices you want to add as a preparation or or to extend those dispositions into daily life, that's up to you. To help us do this, a companion, I don't say a spiritual director, since you can't always find one adequately, or if you do, they may not have the right personality for oneself, but to choose someone to share or to remind us of the resolutions that we've made, or to warn us when we seem to be overdoing something. This is an enormous help. Mm-hmm. But you can get along without anything, seems to me.
As long as you're doing the practice.
As long as you're doing the practice. Mm-hmm. And it's not a question of doing it correctly. Doing it at all is sufficient. Mm-hmm. And you obviously will learn with experience its nuances. And so that a period of silence should precede every activity of significance that is subject to discussion. In schools, it's been discovered that even 2 or 3 minutes of having silence for the kids, even kindergarten, improves the class and its effectiveness.